the master one, AH, coming at you, the Your Glowing Screens, via YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and IGTV. And if you're seeing this on IGTV, whether it's through my story or you were just perusing IGTV, yes, initially this is about that banging ass fucking track by Meek Mill featuring Rick Ross and Jay-Z, entitled "What's Free." Saturday, like I saw it was popping. It was popping on Twitter, so I was like, let's see what this is about. Listen to this track, and man, was I fucking blown away. I loved the verses, Rick Ross verse, I love Meek Mill's verse, and I love Jay-Z's verse. And I'm just gonna play a little bit for you, but and then I want to get into something that's a little bit heavier, but it correlates with the subject matter of part of Jay-Z's verse.
You know what free is, nigga? What's free? Free is when nobody else can tell us what to be. Free is when the TV ain't controlling what we see. Told my niggas I need you. Through all the fame, you know I stay true. Pray my niggas stay free. Made a few mistakes, but this ain't where I wanna be. Before I'm judged by 12, put a 12 on my feet. Told my niggas I need you. Stay up, I know these times ain't true. Real life was free.
I was cutting, just got a pet.
So, right off the bat, you hooked me in. Whoever produced this beat hooked me in with this sample of What's Beef.
Rich. I'm from the south where they never make it this rich. God is the greatest, but Satan been on his shit.
God is the greatest, but Satan has been on his shit. I do not have a higher power that you can name. Like, my higher power is not God, Yahweh, Muhammad. Well, Muhammad is not the high power. Allah, Shiva. I do believe that there is a higher power. There is a force or an energy that connects us all. But just like there is a force that connects us all, there is definitely a force that disconnects us as well. And if you want to call it God, and God is the greatest, the devil has been on his shit. I mean, let's come on. You just gotta stomp and be like, amen to that shit, right? Rick Ross really did some interesting things with his verse, and I love how he broke down like what's going on with the Tekashi 6ix9ine case. I'm very curious to know when he actually recorded his verse. Very, very fucking curious.
See how I prevailed and now they try to knock me back. Lock me in the cell for all them nights and I won't snap. 250 a show and they still think I'm
selling crap.
When you bring my name up to the judge, you tell them facts. Tell them how we funding all these kids to go to college. Tell them how we ceasing all these wars, stopping violence. Trying to fix the system in the way that they designed it. I think they want me silenced.
Those bars were really important. You know, you are doing good, and no matter how good you're doing, you're going to be looked at in a negative light. And it's really sad that this is the way the world works, or this is the way media and social media sometimes works, that we focus on the negative when so much positive is being done. It should be balanced, or the positive should be focused on more.
Of course, we started without food in our mouth. They gave us pork and pig intestines. Shit you discarded that we ingested. We made the project a wave. You came back, reinvested and gentrified it. Took niggas sense of pride. Now how that's free? When the people...
Now that is what I wanted to focus on. Speaking about the projects, right? Around in July, the end of July, I had a major life event occur to me, and I had to leave what I considered home. And I am currently I am sleeping on a couch. I'm paying rent, but I'm sleeping on a couch, that I technically share with a fucking cat. And at the end of the day, I'm still grateful because there was a time in my life where I actually had to sleep on the street. So the fact that I have a roof over my head, I have, a refrigerator I can go to if I'm hungry, and I have a place to store some of my stuff, like I said, I'm very grateful. I worked to be as comfortable as I was prior to my major life event. It may not have been much, but I was comfortable. It was home. So right away, I just started applying for affordable housing, right? I was like, all right, I got to get out of here. I need a place of my own. I need my own space. There's certain things that I want to do. I need space to do them. I need to not have to worry about, bothering this person, bothering that person. I need my own space. So I started looking into affordable housing, New York City affordable housing. And as I was looking, I realized that affordable housing in New York City is no longer that affordable, or it's affordable for people who are making way more than what New York City is offering or demanding for minimum wage. So let's just break it down, right? The minimum wage, all right, is supposed to climb somewhere to $15 an hour. Let's work with that, right? Let's work with that because it's not there yet. So $15 an hour per year is essentially $28,800. Affordable housing developments in Bushwick, Brooklyn, right? Somewhere like, maybe I'll just pop it up. I'll pop it up in one of these. I'll pop it up in this hand, right? I'll pop it up in this hand. And if you can see that in order to rent this studio, you need to make $60,309 because the rent is $1,759 for a studio. You don't even get a bedroom with that motherfucker. You can't even tell your lady or your man, whatever your preference is, hey baby, let's go to the bedroom, right? You got to get busy right then and there. Okay? And you have to make $60,000 in order to just afford that studio or to be considered to be placed in that studio. $15 an hour for the minimum New York City minimum wage. If there's two of you that are making that minimum wage, you still can't fucking afford that apartment. A studio. You still can't afford a fucking studio if there's two of you making minimum wage. That's egregious. Right? That is fucking egregious. And it's a really sad state of affairs when two hardworking people that bust their ass every fucking day for 5 days out of 7 can't afford a studio apartment in New York City. The most important job, because without these people, there would be no doctors, there would be no lawyers, no love for any educational pursuit. A teacher with a bachelor's degree and no experience as a teacher makes $56,711 in 2018. They can't even fucking afford a studio in Bushwick at this quote unquote affordable housing. Now I'm not saying, because I've heard some stories that there are people that pay $7,000, even probably fucking more than that. But I'm very curious as to what the majority of the people that do live in New York City make, because I know I make significantly more than minimum wage, but I can't fucking afford $1,759 for rent. I mean, I can afford it, but then I don't know how much money I'll have left over for anything else. Maybe I could buy the Metro card and I don't know, get a stick of gum. You know, like it's just really, really sad. And it just seems like hardworking people in jobs that are needed. Like a teacher is definitely a job, a career that is needed, and it could be a gender thing because most teachers are women, but regardless, they should be getting paid more. Everybody should be getting paid more. They should be able to afford living in this city that they help pay taxes in. It shouldn't be so difficult. It's just my 2 cents. I'm very curious as to what yours are. I know there are probably a lot of other statistics that I'm not aware of and that I haven't brought into this video. And, you know, please feel free to share them. You know, how do you feel about the minimum wage at $15 an hour? How do you feel about a studio apartment in Brooklyn costing $1,759? How do you feel about teachers making $56,711? Right? Like, that's sad. And so a lot of these teachers may have a kid or two or more. And they may be supporting their families on that little bit of money. And they're probably in debt because they had to pay for their bachelor's, or they're starting to pay for their master's. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Tag somebody that needs to hear this. As always, positive vibes to you and yours. The masked one, AH.